Afternoon, Greg.
Well, looking in on the game, particularly first half, I wouldn't have seen a 0-0. I thought first half we obviously played with the two small lads up front today, who I actually thought did well. They chased everything down, and we actually we tried to find their feet as much as possible, because the 5 and the 6 are obviously a good 6-7 inches bigger than my two lads up front, and I thought we'd try the best to try and find their feet first half. Peter's had a really good chance, which should have put away, and John Sheldon should have done better with an header. Having said that, Ben Garrett's pulled off 2 good saves. So I thought it was probably fair to come in based on the chances, but I thought we looked as though we were trying to get the ball down and play more than they were. So to come in at 0 at half time, based on what I saw, it was quite strange, because I thought both teams could have scored first half.
Second half, Ashton, from where we were, Ashton looked the more likely second half, without really creating that much. But Rangers didn't really seem to create a great deal second half, and we seemed to drop off the pace a little bit.
Well, we were crying out the fact that we kept saying to the front two lads, one come short, one try and get him behind. And we had a spell where we just couldn't get it behind him. We were against the wind second half, and we said to him, just float it behind him, get him turned, because we had a little bit more pace up there today, and we didn't do that. What they did, and what they did very, very well, particularly there on the floor, is they didn't get it down and play. They just put it on you, and if you don't deal with it, either edit or clear it, they're going to put you under pressure. Particularly Burns. He went through and half a chance there, in the second half. But we had 2-3 opportunities here second half. The one where Fab's gone round the goalkeeper, pulled it back. Sean instead of trying to hold on to it and score with his back towards goal, he should have laid it off. And that again, that could have been anybody. Whoever that fell to, it should have been laid off for somebody on rushing in. But we didn't do it, and we just made things a little bit hard for ourselves today. But I always felt the diagonal ball was on, particularly with Healer. And because we didn't get it behind him, that didn't come into play. But I felt if we could have got Healer in the game, he would have been a match for anybody on that side of the pitch. But again, it's another clean sheet. Okay, we haven't scored. We've had opportunities, but so have they. And I think the 0-0 was a fair result.
Losing Christian was a bit of a blow. How was he?
He'll have treatment on Thursday for his hamstring. When you lose the sort of form what Christian's in at the moment, you're going to miss that player, and we did. We missed his physical presence. Having said that, Michael Carr stepped in and did a very, very good job in an holding midfield role. He had to look after Sean in there. So I was pleased the way Michael was, but when you lose arguably one of your best players at the moment, you've got slightly adjust. But I thought we did okay. Like I say, Michael Carr did very well for to doing what Christian does for us.
Dan Cope obviously had his first start. Put himself about a bit, and he was always there, always playing on their defenders. He's a bit of a handful.
Well, I look at Dan Cope. It's his first game at this level. His touch was good. He wanted to get involved. He wasn't shy of a tackle. He showed great enthusiasm, and he got sweat on his brow. And that's all I could ask for him at the moment. He got a couple of half chances, but he got in there and he worked hard. And considering they've played for the first time together, those two, you've got to play to the feet. There's no doubt about that. And I thought Dan actually did quite well today. And both of them did. But like I say, I was disappointed in the fact that we could have actually turned them in parts of this game, and we didn't do that. We just couldn't get past that first man, and we've got to do that better.
And are you looking with the likes of Dan and Fabrice to continue that partnership, to at least give them more game time together and seeing how they can play? Because it does mean Rangers have to play in a different way in playing the ball to feet. But is that something you want to continue with?
Well, you've got to play to feet. They both got pace. They both got a good touch, and they both got a little bit of a trick. But when you've got 9 and 10 in your back, you've got to score goals. I'm not saying they had the greatest of service today in the box, because they didn't. But we've obviously found out that Fabrice has got a 4-game ban between now and the end of the season, so I think he's available for the next 2-3 games, and then he misses 4, and then he'll be back for the last game against Whitby. Yep. So that's obviously going to leave us one player light for that particular one. But you know, there's nothing the club can do about that. That's arrived on our doorstep, and we have to deal with that.
So we've got a Chorley next Saturday. Won't be easy. It was probably the best game of last season, if I remember. The game at Victory Park was an absolute stunner, with both sides going for it. It'd be great to see a similar sort of game again. I mean, Chorley still think they've got a chance of the playoffs, although it's probably looking, it's looking difficult for them. So they've got to come out and attack Rangers. So it'll be a difficult afternoon.
Yeah, there'll be a little bit of pressure on them. I went watch them last week against Dantwich. You know, they've got some nice players, some good players, well organised, and of course know this level. Been in this level a while, so. You know, if they still feel they've got an outside chance, they're going to chuck a lot of stuff at us on Saturday up there. But you know, if we can stick together and improve on this performance today, you know, I felt based on second half performance on Saturday at Witton, that was an improvement today. There's no doubt about that. But we've got to all be on top of our games on Saturday at Chorley, because you know, particularly at home, their fans are going to get right behind them, like ours do here. You know, it's going to be a difficult afternoon, but we're more than capable of going there and getting something, Gary. I know that as much as anybody. But players, individually and collective, have got to play well on the day.
Cheers, Greg.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.